Hey y'all, I'll do the boring literary stuff first, just to get it out of the way. In Ulysses, Leopold Bloom's first word, or his first sentence is, "Oh, there you are." He's talking to his cat. And so, I mean, it's literally O, the letter O, capitalization, and then comma, there you are. So, I mean, that signifies wholeness to me. That's the perfect circle. It signifies completeness and well-roundedness, which is exactly what Joyce wanted out of Bloom, because he believed Ulysses was the most well-rounded man in all literature. Um, but it also, to me, represents a zero. If it was a number, O looks like a zero. So it's also someone who's selfless and free of ego. Um, and if you want to go into it, it's the Greek letters of omega. It doesn't look like omega, but in English it starts with O, and omega means the end, the ultimate. And but if we really went with the Greek letters, it would actually more accurately be Omicron. Omicron. I don't know how to pronounce it, and that actually means small and simple. Perhaps. Um, what's interesting is a monocron or Omicron has a numerical value of 70, and we're told in Ulysses that 7 is dear to the mystic mind. So, I mean, if you want to get into it, I think that Joyce definitely would get that deep into it. And I once read that Ulysses had around 400,000 words. Like, that's how long it was. And I also read that the English language has 400,000 words in it. So maybe he even went that far. These are all just fun mysteries that are just ways you would have never thought, lest you like read someone else or read a book about it. Speaking of which, y'all need to see this documentary. I haven't seen it yet, but it looks so good. It's called Top Priority. It's about Brittany Murphy knowing about a former defense and a former secretary of former security advisor to the government found out that on 9/11, 23 people were smuggled into the U.S. Okay, and then Brittany Murphy was killed for supporting her, speaking out. And guess what? 3 months later, this was never in the news. 3 months later, her husband was killed. Okay, it is something. It's not nothing. Look into it. Um, and also, they said that at first she died of natural causes, and then 2 months later, a doctor says, "Oh, it was intoxicants." But there's proof that the body could not have been autopsied since prior to the burial or whatever they did to it. It's such bullshit. Um, so apparently today, supposedly the Orion's belt was supposed to like match up perfectly with the pyramids of Giza, a line. But then I read this debunk article that said it was just so here are the pyramids, and then it's more of a line, like a straight line up, so it's not half as horizontal as the pictures say it is, but it's still in alignment. So I mean, it's still special. They didn't debunk that it happens. These kind of alignments happen in direct relation to the pyramids, in like very very rarely. I mean, he couldn't debunk that. So enjoy the energy. It is what you make it. It's like Philip K. Dick says. This is what I discovered in February of '74. The garden is located here, as if on another frequency. And this is exactly what I've been discovering. That's what psychedelics do. They make you tap into your body, which its source is from the heavenly frequency, okay? We're not here to like die and go to heaven. We're here to learn and grow and then chill in heaven in between. And once we're done with physical growing, we move on to spiritual growing and help others in the physical world. I mean, that's a belief of mine from a lot of past life books I've read. I don't know. Um, and let's not forget that this whole Mayan calendar thing. By the way, happy December of 2012. Oh my god, I didn't even mention that. All I can do is scratch my head. I don't know. Let's just hope the government doesn't fake an invasion, because Simon Cowell said on fucking X Factor that the girl who won is an alien and that aliens are going to start invading us. Then he looked around kind of sketchily. One of the most powerful men in the world making another allusion to aliens. The Vatican's made allusions. There was a poll like, is Romney or Obama better suited to withstand an alien invasion? Why would they just randomly ask that this election all of a sudden? I mean, we'll see what happens. I have faith, though. I mean, I honestly think it is something spiritual, not just New World government oppressive ideas. The Aztecs said that their leader, Quetzalcoatl, came from Aztlan, Atlantis. This calendar is holier than the Mayans. That's why it began before the Mayans were even here in like 900 AD. The Olmecs were here in like 2000 BC, but the Mayan calendar is 3115 BC. Way before that. Do the math.